Good afternoon from Comcast Center.
And what a good afternoon it is.
It is. Actually, Xfinity Center. Maryland 75. Michigan State 59. At one point it was 60-40. Bruce, is a great afternoon. What'd you see out there?
I saw an ambush. Just like Izzo said yesterday, Maryland was all guns defensively. Michigan State just could not hit anything almost. And they wound up shooting 44%, but it was a couple of late buckets. They did catch fire at the end, but it's all about Melo Trimble. Melo Trimble was absolutely unbelievable. In fact, he was too good with all the NBA scouts here. It made me nervous. 8 for 16, 6 for 11 on threes. He had 24 points. They almost triple-teamed him in the second half.
They did. In the first half, a little slow start, and then Maryland takes off. Melo has 21 in the first. Lehman has 13. Three other Terps score 2. Maryland's rolling. They get up 60-40. Became the national coming out party for Melo Trimble.
Well, once again, it's hard to imagine why. Michigan State 4 for 13 from the line. Maryland 20 for 22. There basically lies the difference. Although I think Maryland really pulled the ball out because Michigan State surprisingly did not press when they were down with about 7 minutes left.
Well, I still think the way to beat Maryland is you put more pressure on Melo, make him work harder than he is.
I don't know. He burns you when you do. When you come out and chase him, he's able to go to the bucket. I know you got to pick your poison against him. They let him take the outside shot, and that's why they lost the game today.
Right. Well, Maryland went to Michigan State on December 30th. It was double overtime. You come here, Maryland had a commanding lead and then grinds it to a win. Really didn't get caught up. You've been talking about the difference between playing at home on the road. Does this illustrate your point?
This tells you, look, as well as we played today, the Terps are 5-1. They look great. They got to go to the Assembly Hall in Bloomington on Thursday. You think that's going to be an easy game?
Oh, no.
I mean,
not at all.
Indiana's going to be waiting there, gunning for us. Now that we're on top. In this game, national TV, there is no more secret about Maryland. Absolutely none.
It's nice to play on CBS and win. Mason said on the way over here, it seems like every time we end up on CBS, we lose. But real old-time national television. Meyer Consulting Engineers. In the past 5 years, our organization has completed over 1,300 projects in the U.S. and abroad, including many structures at the University of Maryland. For structural engineering and materials testing and inspection, call Meyer Consulting Engineers. Once again, I have to give some props to the 3 or 4-headed center of Smotrich, Tchaikovsky, Graham with the start today, and Dodd. They didn't really let Michigan State get going, although Michigan State scores more in the paint than they did from outside. But even with that, it's 34 rebounds all at the end.
Well, I'm not positive, but didn't Trice have 26 points at Michigan against us?
I'm not sure. State? I'm going to ask our intern, Travis Trice, at 26.
He had 5 today.
Thank you,
He had
Mason.
He had 5 today. Trimble's defense was almost as good as his offense, and the whole team just played ferociously. Dez, I think he went about 27 minutes without a field goal.
He had 2 points in the first, and then he got that little spurt of 5. Is that it for him today?
Dez wound up with 9 points, a couple foul shots. But
he played within the rhythm of the team. The guys who were scoring was Trimble. Lehman didn't score till was sitting next to you with a couple minutes to go. He had 13 points. He closes them out. He has 6. He had 10 points down the stretch.
Lehman was great. 10 points in the final couple minutes.
How many rebounds for him?
He wound up with 12 rebounds and 23 points. And we were sitting next to Matt Doherty at the press table. And at first, I kept on poking him about how well Lehman was playing.
Stop trying to sell our players.
He's a junior, but
right.
by the end of the game, he loved his aggressiveness. I mean, that was the bottom line. But Melo, wow, he was just beyond special. I'd like to read what Izzo has to say later. He's being interviewed right now.
Right.
But what the heck? You got to feel great. 5-1, 17-2.
Say that again. What?
5-1 and 17-2.
It's still hard to believe it.
Certainly not going to be any worse rated than we were. Maybe a little improvement, but it doesn't matter then or now. It matters when, at the end of the year.
Hey, so Michigan State falls to 12-6. What'd you think of the crowd today?
That was great. I mean, it looked like it was a virtual sellout.
Yep.
Maybe scattered empties, but big factor with the students back. It's a major factor. And we had a couple of guests today, Mr. Bisciotti and Scott Van Pelt.
Kevin Plank.
Everybody. We had Gary Williams. How can we leave
Gary's
him out?
right over to your right there with his, looks like one of his grandchildren there.
Correct. Gary was ecstatic today. Just a great day. It's a great day to be a Terp. And so now...
I have nothing to complain about.
No, not
nothing
today.
to complain about today.
For those of you who see this, if you don't feel like watching football, the women play tomorrow at 2 o'clock against Illinois. I think there's a wrestling match at noon.
In the pavilion here.
In the pavilion.
Comcast Pavilion.
So a good way to spend a day for probably $3 or $5.
Right.
But Wayne, looking forward to Indiana now. Yogi, whatever's the last name is.
Right. Yogi, what's his last
Farrell?
name, Mason? Yeah, that's it.
Yogi Farrell.
Without Mason, we'd be lost. We're too happy to talk today. So you have Indiana Northwestern back here on Sunday night.
Sunday night.
And, hey, it's possible to get to 19. We're going to lose the game sooner or later.
Oh, yeah.
But this is just great fun.
Well, you got to say every game on the road it's iffy. You saw what happened here. I think Izzo was in shock. And I just couldn't believe the mistakes they were making.
No, they were even down the stretch. They throw a ball out to the wing, it goes right through their hands.
Right. We did say one thing on the Maven this morning, if you happen to have listened. We said one of these days Maryland's going to shoot the three well, and they're going to blow somebody out.
And I didn't think it was really going to be today.
Yeah, I didn't think it'd be
okay,
today.
Speaking of the Maven, you were going to pick the NFL game. So before we wrap it up here, what do you think about NFL Sunday?
Sunday NFL, I'm going to go with Seattle in a squeak. Maybe 3 points over Green Bay, and I like the upset. I like Indianapolis.
Wow.
Believe me, I don't like them, but I think they're going to win.
Okay.
Who knows?
Who knows? That's why they play the games. Well, to our Baltimore-based crew, and we're heard on 1300 CBS Sports Radio. Catch TerpTalk on Wednesday at 6.
6 o'clock Wednesday night.
And, of course, the Maven next Saturday at 9 on 1300 CBS Sports Radio. For Bruce Posner, this is Wayne Viener from Xfinity Center, where today Maryland stays in first place in the Big Ten, 75-59 over Sparty. Bruce, say goodbye to everybody.
Goodbye, everybody. Drive safely. Have a great rest of the weekend, and we'll see you Wednesday night on TerpTalk.
We hit Terminus!